Jacob, congratulations. That pick six, one, what's kind of going through your mind as you're starting to, come down the field, and just how good did that feel?
I mean, I'd be lying if a couple of years ago I said believed that I'd be in this position. But, I mean, that was I was running and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I was like, and then I scored and I was like, no flags? And then I was like, thank you, Lord. Like, this is a blessing. This is a dream come true. I'm blessed, and this is just a cool moment.
Keaton, this is now 2 times where y'all were trailing by 14 in the fourth quarter and won those games. What is it about this team that kind of doesn't give up when it seemingly kind of gets toughest?
Yeah, that's that perseverance aspect about us. I've talked before about just how when our backs are against the wall, I feel like that's when we're our best. I mean, we saw it last year, and then to be able to do that again this year with another group of guys who are all hungry and tenacious about the sport is awesome. And so it's just that being tenacious about it and being determined, and we're never giving up.
Keaton, during the week, the players talked about wanting to play better at home. So to get a big win like this with the crowd, can you just talk about what it meant to get a win at McLean?
Oh, it means a lot. When you're home, you're in front of your family, your friends, your classmates, and then everybody else who supports us, whether it's staff or professors. It's awesome. It's no better feeling. And, when they take time out of their day to come support us and come see us, we want to make it worth their time. And to be able to make that happen today, there's no better feeling than that.
Jacob, it may get lost in all this stuff that happened, but holding them to a field goal on that time before that, how big was that? Because I thought it maybe at one point you might just let them score.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had to bow up. Like one of our defensive sayings is "Don't let them in." Like that's our end zone, and we were like you said, like we weren't at the point yet where it's let them score, before let them into the end zone, because we set a couple timeouts, but it was like this is our last chance kind of deal.
Keaton, you mentioned that y'all are at your best when your backs are against the wall, but obviously you don't want to always have your backs against the wall. How can this team move forward and maybe give itself a little more breathing room where you're not in those situations?
For sure, yeah. We definitely need to execute better earlier in the game. That's something that we need to work on, and we have some time now during this bye week to do that. But, again, like you said, nobody wants to be in those positions, but it's good to know that when we get in those positions that we can execute and ball.
Jacob, your interception was the first takeaway for the defense in Big 12 play. How important will plays like that be moving throughout the rest of the conference schedule?
I mean, one of our defensive things is attack the ball. Like, balls in the air is our ball. Like, punching the ball. They got the ball, we're taking it from them. And I think that's something that we've been keying on these last few weeks because we haven't been getting them. And so it's like teams win games when they have more possessions, And so it's like you got to get the ball back on defense. And I think the more we do that, the more games we'll win.
So, how do y'all's, hearts survive these kind of games?
I don't know, man. It's a roller coaster for sure, emotional roller coaster. But I remember sitting in here a couple weeks ago and saying that, I know one thing for sure, we're going to fight until the very end. And because of that, we put ourselves in a position to win, and that's what happens with people and teams that fight. And so that's what happened. It may not look pretty. We got a lot of stuff to clean up, obviously, like pretty much every team does in the country. But, we have a chance to be really, really good if we can clean some things up.
Josh, I guess just at what point, or did you just keep believing? I mean, you're down 2 touchdowns again. You did it against SMU too, but how was that belief factor there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, no, the belief was always there. Even when we were down, I was sitting there smiling and encouraging guys. I'm like, yo, we going to win this game. That was, really the main point Coach Bake was hitting on kind of in the huddle whenever we were down, whenever we were up. We were like, spread that positivity, spread that energy all around because it's real contagious. So I was just in there, no matter what the score was, wasn't even looking at the score at times. I'm like, hey, guys, we going to win this game with a smile on my face, and that's what ended up happening.
Sawyer, right over here. Just a monster day for Trigg. What can you attribute to that? That he just went up there and got all those balls, and what's it like from your perspective, just throwing it up there and letting him go get it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to like say I like throw it like that's not even the case. You know, like you guys watch it, like he just goes and catches it. And so like as a quarterback, obviously it's a great feeling. You know, and then on a couple of those, they're starting to roll the safety over to him, and that's where Josh, Ashton, Cole, Kobe are catching those balls up the middle of the field. And so just having somebody like that, it's so. I mean, there's peace in my mind knowing that I can just throw it really to any of them, and then they're going to go up and make a play for me. And that's what you guys saw today. I mean, that one catch, like I have seen stuff and like that in practice, and so and none of us are probably as surprised as like maybe some people in the fans because we've seen him do that before. But yeah, what an incredible play.
Josh, how important can this win be kind of in where you want to go this season and maybe turning some things around and kind of for confidence-wise? Where can this win propel y'all?
Yeah, no, for sure. I would just say it's a way better feeling than having a loss. I'd rather have a ugly win compared to a pretty loss. So really just taking that momentum and that confidence, that's like probably the number one thing that I feel that we can build on with this win. Take the confidence and then clean up the details of the game. And then whenever we put that together, like it's just like watch out.
Sawyer, when you went for 2 there, were you a little surprised? Because, you know, for years you would just kick the, extra point there. Or, the analytics, I guess, now says you go for it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool how much, like, it's, like, changed. Whereas, like you just said, like, years past, you're probably kicking the extra point and then getting a stop and then hoping to tie it. But we had the momentum. We did it, like you just said. The analytics said to go for it. Coach Spav called a great play. We've been working that play for a while, and we executed and ended up being the difference in the game. So pretty awesome.
Is that just a play that you felt like y'all had in your hip pocket, obviously? Yeah.
Yeah, we've repped it. We've repped it for a couple weeks. We repped it last year, too. We ran it a couple times last year as well. And we just called it right there. First time we've called it this season, and it worked out well.
Sawyer, with how eventful this season has been so far, how do y'all feel about going into the bye week, and what does it mean to y'all that you guys get a win like this entering the bye?
Oh, it's huge. Josh kind of touched on it. I mean, shoot, like going into the bye week 4-2. Even compared to last year, like going into it 2-4. Like just the difference that makes. And then we're pretty beat up, and that's just I think it's part of it is because of the schedule we've played. The first 6 games, we've played some really, really good teams, and this is probably the most. Guys are just banged up, like getting held together by tape and all kinds of pads and stuff, just trying to get out there and play and sacrifice for this team and everybody. And so the bye week's huge. Getting the win going into the bye week is even bigger. Confidence is high right now, and so super blessed, super thankful, and we're going to keep fighting, keep attacking every day, trying to get better. It's a process.
For both of you, I think you were both sitting here after the SMU game when Connor hit that kick. What was going through your mind when now the defense needed to get a block? What was going through your mind, and what were the conversations like on the sideline when they got that block?
Yeah, really it was like a lot of internal dialogue for me. Same thing, speaking that positivity. My heart was beating fast, but shoot, honestly, it was kind of that same thing where like I just had this confidence. The momentum was all in our favor. It was a long field goal. We've been practicing the blocks really this entire season. So having it all come together in that crucial moment, that's what you kind of rep it for.
Yeah, I was praying before the kick, and then you asked about the conversations after it. There weren't a whole lot, lots of screaming, jumping up and down, but super pumped for Coop getting his hand up and making that play.
Zach kind of stole my question, but I'll follow up with this. Are you able to watch the kick or watch when the Kansas State kicker's out there? Like, do you allow yourself to watch it, or?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely the type where I need to see what's going on. I can't just look away and just hope. I like to see what kind of happens.
I've mixed it up. I've watched a couple, and then I watched today's. There have been a couple that I haven't watched, but it worked out. You get the same. I mean, it's going to happen no matter if I'm watching or not, you know. And so, yeah, I'm glad I watched today.
Sawyer, it was about the fourth quarter, 8th minute mark, where the crowd really got back into the game. Can you speak a little bit like how huge it is to have the crowd like loud and pumping the stadium in that close of a game?
Yeah, they made a difference today. The fans that showed up today, they made a difference in that game. You know, whether it was Triggs' catch, that kind of sparking life back into it, or the defense going out and getting the stop, the pick six, and that last drive for K-State. It was loud, and so just super thankful for the fans that show. I mean, you know, I got 6 games left in my you know, college career at Baylor, and my own mom is like, listen, I don't know about these 11 a.m. kickoffs now. Like, it's pretty hot, and so the fans that showed up today, like, we're super thankful for them, and they made a difference.
Anything else for these guys? Yep. Thanks, guys.
Sawyer, I was just curious your perspective on that one-handed grab by Trigg. Were you able to see it?
I did see it. As I was throwing it, I kind of got bumped. But I mean, like I've done that so many times where it's like man-to-man coverage. You know, like throwing it back shoulder, leading them. That's like those are some hard things that you have to decide. So that one I just tried to put high where he could like go get it. And I did see it. And one of the linemen turned around and looked at me, and I was like, let's go, you know, like, I don't know why you're looking at, like, we got to go run another play. And so when he does stuff like that, everybody's just kind of like, they want to like pause and like celebrate it, but it's like, we got to go score. And so I did see it. It was awesome. It was incredible. Great player, great teammate.